It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. Here's Joshua Carney ready to get this one started. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude, and you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
180! 180! Hey, Ozzy! 180! What is up? Hey! Go.
From the gun, Jackson. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
It's not. It's not. 180. Hey, report. He changed it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Throwing is Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
18-yard line.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, as you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team has stayed focused, and some injuries, they're just not going to derail the momentum they've built up all season long. They continue to go out there and play and give their best performances.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, middle.
Again to the fullback on the dive. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
180. Sit hot. 180. Sit hot.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey. Yo. You are X.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Well, anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here.
Hey, middle. 13. Sit up.
Now it's Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Ravens 7, Rams nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. And how about that return? Inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Let's go.
A run now for the rookie out of Georgia. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ready. Hurt. Buffalo 18. 19 tight. 7 Pirates.
Here's Milton now to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Noah Fant, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
The game at 7. Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Set up. 180.
Here's Jackson to throw. Well, looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
14. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Right at midfield. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now 2nd and 3. So that does it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 62. Back in a moment. 14-7 is the score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Jackson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Jackson now. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Zay Flowers with an amazing diving catch. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Ravens 14. Tyler Luke to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
On the jump.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
In fact, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Let's get Panther 60. Panther 60. Panther 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Trap 60. Trap 60. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Hey, trap.
Here's Milton. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Mike Green drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
No, we changed it.
Now it's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here's Brad Robbins now. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now 2nd and 9.
18, pioneer. 70, Timberwolf.
To throw, it's Milton. Pass complete there to Nakua. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
And it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Milton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is Archer. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Ravens will take over.
BC, ready?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Second down and 6 now.
You. Hey, Ozzie. Hey, report.
Jackson. Well, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
Joshua Carty to kick off for the Rams.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Yo.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. On now to punt, Brad Robbins. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goal post, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Travis Jones forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Backfield empty here. It's 3rd and long.
Let's go. 19, Tiger, 19. Hurt. Buffalo 18. Cup 19. Cup 19. 60 Bearcats. 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Chop 60. Chop 60. Ready, ready.
Throwing is Milton. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Go!
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. 22 yards. And the Rams continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Ravens 14. Joshua Carty to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless. Now he's loose at the 40. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he's got it down to the 28. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Throwing quickly out wide, Atwell. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Got ready? 19 Lions, 7 Pirates. Get up. Mustang 19, 68, Warriors 17, Dragon 60. Ready.
Now Milton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
These 2 teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And just shutting him off there. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Cougar 19.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Cup 19. Ready? Cowboy 80. Cap 50. Cap 60. Ready?
Milton. Now he's going to step up and run. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. He's got daylight. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, L.A. Jamison Williams, 60 yards. And the Rams are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Ravens 14. Joshua Carty to kick off for the Rams.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. First down, here's Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Jackson going to keep it. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Buffalo 18. 70 Ravens.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing to start the drive. Milton. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began. And they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
60 Bison.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brings up 3rd down.
19, here we go. Viking 18. Steady.
Back to throw. Milton. And it'll be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Shot 50, shot 50. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Finding Williams once more, complete. They have certainly looked his way in this 3rd quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. In motion right, that's Collins. 2nd and 11. Oh, the RPO will keep it himself. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
This 2nd and 4. Right back to Mitchell here.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line.
It's been a fun one through 3. It always is. The final quarter of Super Bowl 62 is coming your way next. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready?
The offense on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Jackson.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
And incomplete on the deep ball. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And now possession will go.